Shido Baco is an office procedural about anime production. That it's really, really good isn't all that surprising to me, since I think a show about anime production would bring out the best in everyone involved with the production of that anime. And I know this is said way too often, but it truly taught me a lot about the industry, from how labor is organized to how still frames get turned into motion pictures to the serious business decisions that drive these silly cartoons. There's also a baseball scene. Midway through the second season, our gothic lolly character Ogasawara takes a few of her colleagues to a batting center to let loose her stress. Iguchi, Miyamori, and Yasuhara all struggle, while Ogasawara basically morphs into a magical shoujo Mickey Mantle. She uses her batting center expertise as a way to demonstrate another side of her persona, saying that earlier in her career, she struggled to finding her own sense of self before deciding to express it outwardly as her gothic lolly presentation, not as a final draft, but as a quote-unquote armor to her vulnerabilities. Iguchi then uses this advice to don her own armor as she continues the painstaking process of character design. Shido Baco is a banger of a show, one that I imagine I'll watch another 2 to 3 times just to pick up what I missed the first time through. I really like how the plot of the shows they produce mirrors the studio's own internal conflicts. I like how the show neither panders to the expectations of white-collar society nor demonizes work as something inherently empty. But most of all, I like Ogasawara's crazy swing. Unsurprisingly, she's my favorite character. Hey, you know what other critically adored show uses a baseball-playing character to subvert our expectations? Sanga No Lion is ostensibly a sports show since it focuses on the daily life of a professional shogi player. But in reality, it's about the coming of age of our hero Kiriyama Rei. Rei suffers through unspeakable tragedy as a child, losing his entire family and then being adopted into a family that mostly rejects him for being his stepfather's favorite son. When he declares emancipation, he begins healing his wounds by interacting with ordinary people, a working-class family of 3 sisters who house and feed him, a lonely high school teacher that becomes his mentor, a sickly self-proclaimed rival and best friend that becomes his loudest cheerleader, and a star middle school baseball player named Takahashi. As the highly recruited ace of his team and the object of many middle school girls' desire, we kind of expect Takahashi to be a jerk, but amazingly, he's not. His ambitions to become a professional baseball player allow him to look up to Rei, which flabbergasts our hero as no one has ever looked up to him in his life. They become legitimate friends, and even though Takahashi does not requite the middle sister Hina's love, he treats her with respect and dignity as they share spaces together with Rei. When Takahashi declares that he needs to move away from home to give himself the best possible opportunity to be recruited by pro scouts, it feels like a genuine loss, but an understandable one for such a solid character with clear goals. Sanga No Lion is an extraordinary show about ordinary people finding joy through life's tragedies. It's an undeniable masterpiece, easily my favorite show of all time. Non-baseball division, of course. Hey, would you be surprised if I told you that my favorite anime movie of all time also includes baseball scenes? Well, you shouldn't be. The Girl Who Leapt Through Time leaves me awestruck every time I watch it. The story itself isn't that crazy. A high school girl on the verge of adulthood stumbles upon the ability to rewind her life and redo certain days, moments, and events. It goes well initially, until she discovers that having the power to redo time doesn't necessarily grant her the power to affect change in other people. To be perfectly honest, that the story chose baseball as a narrative subject seems mostly incidental. The movie opens with our 3 lead characters taking batting practice and tossing a ball around, showing our hero Makoto as one of the guys. But really they could have been doing anything, like playing cards or skipping stones, and it would have felt just as impactful. Baseball comes up later again when, and I'll try not to spoil anything, Makoto learns that the Japan of the future may be missing her favorite game. Her disappointment is easily the most relatable thing in the movie. Director Mamoru Hosoda expertly weaves the confusion of adolescence with the freedom of youth into this movie, touching everything with just enough fantasy to make it a slight improvement over real-world interactions. It's also gorgeous and presses all of my buttons, as every Hosoda movie does. Hey, you know what other Hosoda movie uses baseball as a plot device? Summer Wars is a perfect movie. It has romance, it has adventure, it has an incredibly plausible and frightening message about our society's reliance on the services of tech corporations, and it also has baseball. One member of our story's central and well-connected family is the ace pitcher Ryohei, who leads his team through the Koshien Summer Tournament while the world around him hurtles towards Armageddon. The tournament is used initially as comic relief, as our baseball superfan Yumi ignores her household duties to cheer on her nephew along with the small children of the house. But then it morphs into something brilliant. Hosoda reframes the TV broadcast's play-by-play and aligns it to the events of the Jinochi family. When Ryohei pitches well, the family's in a good place. When Ryohei finds himself in hot water, the health of the family and the fate of the world lies in jeopardy. It's a brilliant narrative trick to insert a pseudo-narrator that's really easy to miss, even if you understand baseball and the passion that Yumi feels towards her team. But if you pick it up, it adds just a little bit more to a story that already has just about everything. Show Summer Wars to everyone you meet, and I guarantee they will love it. Hey, you know what completely irreverent show is the subject of this last part of the video? The Disastrous Life of Psyche-k revolves around an all-powerful psychic surrounded by idiots. He soon discovers that his unlimited power becomes a burden when paired with genuine empathy and a superhero complex. Psyche just wants to live a normal life, but he constantly finds himself attracting new and strange friends and saving those friends from certain death. In his quest for normalcy during one episode, Psyche gets attracted by the school's baseball team and their numerous cliches on their path to summer glory. What happens next is a roasting of every baseball anime trope in existence, from the templated characters to the recycled lines and overused plot points, and I love it. Psyche-k throws joke after joke in your face and you will laugh at every single one, even if it comes at the expense of the integrity of your seldomly watched baseball anime channel. Though I wouldn't know which one. Hey, did you know this channel has a Twitter account? It's right here. Follow it if you want, I guess.